Hey there, let's solve mathematics paper 2. We are on question number 4. We are dealing with a Venn diagram. Now, this was quite interesting for those of us who wrote our exams last year. This is mathematics paper 2 under internal exams. Therefore, there was a statement which was actually explaining now due to the board is not enough to accommodate the whole statement, but there was a statement which was explaining the Venn diagram in such a way that there was a survey which was conducted to inquire on students who studied French, Chinese, Japanese on a particular school. So now, in this case, we need to understand these numbers represent students that actually start French. We have 23, 20, 3, 5. According to this set containing students who study French, we have these numbers. Then a 23 represents students that only study French, are not involved in studying any other language. So this is some of the information that we need to be aware of. Therefore, let's go to the question. How many students studied at least one language? How many students studied at least one language? So at least one language, what does it mean? So we are going to say solutions. We are saying solutions. So solutions to question Roman number 1. How many students studied one language? Now, this question was actually carrying 2 marks. So for you to respond to this particular question, you need to think big. So, how many students at least studies one language? So in this case, we need to pick the total number of all the students within the circle of French and within the circle of Chinese and within the circle of Japanese. Then when we combine them, we are going to find the total number of students who studied one language. So we are saying, we need to say solution, we are saying 23 plus 20 plus 32 plus 3, then plus 7 plus 10 plus 5. So we are not going to include 15 because this number is representing students who are not taking part in studying any of the languages. So when we add the total, these numbers, the total number that we are going to get here is 100. 100 what? Students. 100 students at least studied one language. 100 students at least studied one language. So this is how best we can analyze this particular question. Make sure that you go through a 2025 past paper, paper 2 mathematics, so that you can have your views toward this particular question. As we are going to study together, these are the perfect answers that we can produce on this particular question. So let's go to Roman number 2. Roman number 2 is saying, how many students studied French or Chinese, but not Japanese? So we are talking about those that studied French or Chinese. So now in this case, French or Chinese, this represents the union set. French or Chinese represent the union set. Now, when we say but not what? Japanese, meaning that we need to exclude the set for Japanese language like this. We need to exclude the set for Japanese language, meaning that we are only going to add numbers like what? We are going to add numbers like what? 23 plus what? 20 plus what? 32. These are the only numbers that we are going to pick because the question is clear saying French. How many students studied French or Chinese, but not Japanese? Therefore, we are excluding this particular set, meaning that we're only going to consider 23, 20, and 32. So if we try to add 20 plus 32, we are going to get 52. 52 plus 20, we are going to get 75, I believe. You will get 75. So 75 students actually studied French or Chinese, but not Japanese. 75 students studied French or Chinese, but not Japanese. So let's go to question number 3, Roman numeral 3. So this one is saying, how many students studied one of the languages only? So the inclusion of only, this one is very simple to understand. How many students studied one of the languages only? So one of the languages only, we are only going to pick the following numbers. Number 1, we will consider 23, and we are going to consider 10, as well as considering what? 32. These numbers represent students who only participated in studying one language only. So we are getting 23 plus what? 32 plus what? A 10. 23 plus 32 plus a 10. And when we add, we are getting a 55. 55 plus 10, it's going to give us 65 students. 65 students studied one of the languages only. 65 students studied one of the languages only. Then let's go to question Roman numeral 4. How many students studied neither French, Chinese, nor Japanese? How many students studied neither French, Chinese, nor Japanese? So in this case, all we need to consider is to pick a 15, because these are the only students who are not taking part in studying French, Chinese, and Japanese because of the use of the word neither. So this one, we are only going to pick students that studied neither French, Chinese, nor Japanese. We only have 15 what? 15 students. So by doing so, we are done. So I'm posting these videos on TikTok. I'm also posting these videos on my Facebook channel, which is Mr. Soup. I'm also uploading these videos on my YouTube channel. Be the first subscriber and enjoy perfect lesson. Remember, mathematics is programmable. Thank you.